keys and this really pretty key fob. It's very neon. It is paper and some plastic pipe cleaners. It's very bright. I think someone would be in trouble if they lost these keys. Let's go see what these keys are for. Not gonna work. I don't think it's a car key. I don't think so. Wow, where am I? What is this spectacular, brightly colored place? Wow, this must be a glow gallery. All of the art that was made here was made with neon and fluorescent supplies that make everything glow in the black light. So all the grades made pieces to contribute to this blacklight gallery. So cool! And I saw a neon stick figure person run through. Is that what I saw? Yeah, I'm pretty sure I saw someone. Now I'm going to give you a little tour of the Glow Gallery. This is based on Mary Blair, and Mary Blair did a lot of artwork for Disney. If you've ever been to the ride It's a Small World at Disneyland, you would see on the outside there's a lot of geometric shapes and it's very blocky looking. That's based off of some of her castles that she drew. She also did artwork for the original Alice in Wonderland and Cinderella. So that is Mary Blair. So this project, students picked out a word after doing some brainstorming that they thought related to them in some way. So this is my 7th and 8th grade graffiti oil pastel typography assignment. It's very original. These next pieces, these were made by 4th grade. Folded a black square of paper, and then I gave them little circles, and then they folded the circles, and then they cut those into 4 pieces, and then they placed them around in the 4 different quadrants. So they did that with a lot of colors, and then they built them up to make these really neat looking mandalas. The 4th graders used the oil pastels. They drew these fish, and then they did a little bit of sgraffito carving. These were made with styrofoam, so these were just ripped. That looks like coral. The tiny fish were made, they look like a little school of fish. The jellyfish area. This was made by a variety of students that had some free time. We were just playing with the oil pastels, seeing what they would do with the black light. I did add on the bubbles to make this a completed mural. This is like probably one of my favorite parts of this show. Wow, wasn't that such a cool tour? This gallery is so awesome. I feel so inspired to make a project. Just in case you don't have blacklight supplies, the projects that we'll do will still be really cool. Are you ready? I'm ready. Let's go! This is a notan, and notan is a Japanese word. And notans work with positive and negative space. So the black would be the negative space and the color is the positive space, or vice versa. So when you make a no tan, you basically have two contrasting colors, and then you would cut out a piece of paper and then flip it to the other side. For the no tan, you need a piece of paper that is bigger and a piece of paper that is smaller. My paper happens to glow in the black light, but you can use any kind of colored paper. A pencil, scissors. All right, let's get started. First, you need to draw some shapes onto your paper. You want your shapes to touch the outside edge. I am going to use a white gel pen so you can see what I am drawing. Here are my shapes. Now it's time to cut them out. When I cut out my shapes, I want to make sure I cut out each piece in one piece. You don't want to chop, chop, chop and have lots of little pieces. So take your time. These shapes can be more complicated, but cut them out slowly. Use the inside of the scissors and just do your best. Now you need to find a glue stick. Gotta get a glue stick. When I glue down this big piece, I want to center it in the middle of my paper, because when I start to glue all the other little pieces down, I want to make sure they can fit on here. Line up my shape, and then I flip it upside down and I flip it over, and then I would glue it like that. My next shape, I lay it down, line it up, and then I flip it over, and then it will go like this, and it will complete the circle. And here, this makes this kind of funny squiggly shape. Now, something fun I can do here is I can add on another circle, another half circle, and then watch this. So this would technically go here, but then what I do is I flip it over and I put it here. And then this little piece would get flipped over, go here. Wow, that looks really cool! Let's do something fun with this one. This, and then I flip it over. Oh, that's so cool! Now I have to glue everything down. I like gluing. It's very calming and relaxing, especially with the glue stick. I just take my time and I just glue on each piece. Wow! Ooh, look at this no tan. This is so awesome. Show you some black light supplies that you could use. Some of these supplies might be around your house. Some of these supplies I did special order off of Amazon or Blick Art Supplies, but they're not very expensive and they're easy to find. One of the things that you would need is a black light or a UV flashlight. Once you get a flashlight, it unlocks thousands of possibilities that you can do to make something that would glow in this black light. All right, let me show you some of the supplies that work well with the UV light. First, we have tempera paint. It all glows in the black light. There is actually some tempera paint on my hand, so that's what that is. This glue that I found glows in the black light. Highlighters. We use these on the Keith Haring project and a lot of other projects. These glow really well in black light, and you probably have some around your house. Gel pens. Here's a jelly roll pen. Everyone wanted this pen in class. This one works really well. Color pencils. Duct tape. Duct tape. I think that man with the lines on him had some tape on him that made him glow. Puff paint. These glow really well. Glitter. Crayons. These were from the dollar store, and not all of them glow, but you know what? Totally worth it. These were $1. Awesome. We use these oil pastels in class. These glue really well. These blend well. These were ordered online. I think it was about $5 for this set, but they work so good and they're so fun. Next, we have paper. Varieties of paper that glow in the black light. The light on this paper makes it look like it's glowing. Flagging tape. This is what we used on the ocean scene. This is styrofoam. The white reflects the UV light, so it looks like it glows, which works for me. Googly eyes. Googly eyes. Googly eyes. Then we have a few other things from around the house. We've got, this is Play-Doh. It's dried. It's a waffle toy car. And then next we have some putty. It's actually noise putty. This is a variety of things. This is flagging tape. This is paper. These are, you make little booklets with these. Fabric on here. Mixed media vest. Please click subscribe if you enjoy these videos. Thanks. Was made with a variety of things to make it glow in the black light. Myself, I glow in the black light. The light reflects. My shoes glow. All right. Okay, cool. I was saving the best for last. These are spinners. These are the ones that glow in the black light. Ooh, here's them in the black light. Let's spin these. Oh boy. Wow, aren't those spinners just like the coolest? Yeah, so cool. How do they make these spinners? It looks like one of them, they're CDs. If you have a CD lying around your house and you have no use for it, you could make a spinner. You need a CD, a marble, a cap from a bottle. I'm using some little decorations to glue on my cap. You need some paper, any color is fine, pencil, and then a way to color it. Because this is a black light episode, I'm going to be using Sharpies and highlighters. I also have my black light flashlight. First, you need to take your CD and trace it on your paper. You can see this will fit on my CD. My marble would go on the bottom, and this is how the assembly looks. On the top, I put this on, and then I can decorate this. So I'm going to fold this up. I'm going to make a cut. Ooh, that's thick paper. And maybe another cut. Now let's look at this. This looks really cool. It looks a little bit like a flower. When I put it on my CD, then I see some of the reflective CD. Now it's time to add some decoration. This is going to look like a mandala. So every section, I am going to decorate it the same. You can decorate it however you want to. First, I'm going to add lines. Then I think I'm going to add a triangle. I have 8 sections, so I'm going to add in 8 triangles. Up here, I'm going to draw an M because my first name is Megan. Wow, what a neato mosquito design! Now it's time to add some color. Now it is time to glue. I would recommend that you find an adult to hot glue this together. Gluing anything onto plastic, a lot of times hot glue is the best way to go. I'm going to just use a little bit of hot glue. It's going to be hot because this is paper, so be very careful. Tell your adults to be very careful. So I would recommend that you set the marble on it first. I would just set it like this, and then I would even put the cap under it to kind of hold it all in place. You still have to hot glue the cap on, but it just helps to hold the marble. You don't want to touch the marble because it's going to be hot. So I'll just leave it like that. I run a bead of hot glue around the outside, and then I let that cool off. Don't touch it. Once this has cooled off, flip it over. Then you will glue on your cap. I always try to put hot glue on the biggest thing. So here I'm putting hot glue onto the CD, and then I stick this on. Don't put hot glue on here and stick that on. You're gonna burn yourself. I'll try to center that. Then I'm going to add on some decorations. Just need a tiny bit of hot glue with the paper or whatever else you have. Woo! Whoa! You can see where I added the blue and green lines. And then on the outside, you see a lot of orange. Woo! Hey, wasn't that so much fun making this spinner? Alright, Glow Gallery, it's been fun, but now it's time to go home. Wow, what a fun day that we had. The Glow Gallery was so cool, and everything glue with the UV light. So we made a notan, a spinner, with a CD, or whatever this mysterious circle is. We found out where these keys went. We had a really fun day today. All right, well that's it for today. I will see you later, and I hope that you're finding some projects to do. So have a delightful day. Maybe I should try to find the owner of these keys.
Hey, have you seen my keys? Where are my keys?